What is up, everybody? It is Wick here. I'm about to show you a bunch of sales that I got in the past 3 weeks or so. These are all things that you can find at garage sales and thrift stores like I did. Sell them, make some money. If you're listing enough of these types of items, you'll get sales every day. Sometimes each individual item will take, maybe a year to sell, maybe a month, maybe within hours of you listing it. But the trick is to just keep listing, and eventually the stuff sells and you get to the point where you're making sales every day. We keep it real on this channel. It does take time. It's a lot of work. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. But if you do enjoy these videos, make sure to hit that like button for me. They take a long time to edit, and I'd really appreciate that. The video has been edited to go fast and get through these, provide as much information quickly as possible. But let's jump into it. Here's a nice sale. I got this vintage Magnalite Dutch oven at a rummage sale. I paid $20 for it. Sold for $180 plus shipping. It only took about 2 days to sell. If you got the insert, and this one was in a bit better condition, I probably could have sold it for well over $200, honestly. These larger ones are always a nice flip. This is going to go down as one of my favorite flips of the year, I think, just because of how unique it is and how much profit there was for how little I spent. Paid $1 for these vintage tarot cards at an estate sale and ended up selling them for $150 plus shipping, and they took less than a month to sell, so just a phenomenal flip for only paying $1, right? Here's a George Foreman grill. This is new in the box. Paid $20 for it at Goodwill. Sold it for $80 plus shipping. It only took about 2, maybe 3 days to sell, not long. These things really sell for pretty much nothing used, but I figured I'd take a chance on it with it being new, and it paid off. Here is a pink Furby. It's in the box, but it is not new. It is vintage. Got this on the side of the road. Somebody was selling stuff. She sold it to me for $30, and I ended up selling it for $100 plus shipping. So I ended up making some money on the Furby. Here is a pretty cool item. I got this at an estate sale. It is an 1800s photo album. Since I only paid $1 for it, and I wasn't sure exactly what it would be worth, I decided to do an auction. I started it at, I think, $15, and ended up selling for $60 plus shipping. There's not that many photos in it, so I didn't expect it to go that high. I didn't see any Civil War stuff or anything like that, so paying $1 and selling it for $55 plus shipping is fine with me. Here are 42 volumes of vintage Goosebumps books. Got these at a garage sale for $15. Sold them for $115 plus shipping for a total of $127.76. They took just under a month to sell. Here's a nice pair of Doc Marten boots. Got these for $30 at a garage sale. Was able to sell them for $70 plus shipping, and they took about 2 weeks to sell. Here's a vintage chess set. Got this at an estate sale for $5. Sold it for $38 plus shipping. Took about 3 months to sell. Here's a vintage Hamilton Beach popcorn popper from 1971. It's never been used. Found it at Goodwill for $5. Sold it for $35 plus shipping. It took just under a year to sell. Made some great profit on it in the end. Here's this Halloween Barbie. Got this at a garage sale for $1 or $2. Don't remember exactly, but it wasn't much, and I sold it for $25. Took about a year to sell. Here's a pair of Harley Davidson boots. Got these at Goodwill. I paid $20 for them. Sold them for $60 plus shipping. They took less than a month to sell. Here's a pair of Tony Lama boots. These came from a garage sale. Got $5 into them. Sold them for $45 plus shipping, and they took about 2 months to sell. Here's an Imaginext Killer Croc set. Got this with a bunch of other pieces quite a while ago. I've sold those for $200 or $300 profit. This is one that is still lingering, and it finally sold for $14. Here's a G.I. Joe figure. Got this with some other ones I bought quite a while ago. This one, I just noticed in the inventory, and I thought, why hasn't this sold? I checked and it was no longer listed. Don't know what happened, but I relisted it for $20 and it sold in about 2.5 weeks. In my storage, picking up one of these Minka fans I got at Lowe's for around $50. Sold it for $120 plus shipping. Took less than a month to sell. Here's something that's been listed for almost 2 years. It's a Bible game, and it comes with a Bible. Brand new seal. Got it at Salvation Army for about $5. Really surprised it didn't sell. I had it priced at like $40 at one point. Lowered the price to $15 plus shipping, and it's sold. So I did make some profit on it in the end. Here is another Linux piece. Got about $2.50 into this. Sold it for $20 plus shipping, down to my last 3. Got this Stone Cold Steve Austin wrestling shirt along with a bunch of other wrestling shirts at a garage sale for $2 a piece. I listed this one for $50 plus shipping, and it sold, in about 15 minutes, so I definitely listed it too low. The reason I listed this one lower is because some of the graphic is damaged and coming off. And checking the comps of the other shirts, they were only selling this style, this particular design, for like $60 to $100, even in good condition. So I'm like, yeah, $50 plus shipping. One thing I did notice, and you have to check with sold shirt comps, is the condition. Some of the ones that I saw sold had big holes in them, which is why they sold for that cheap. So even mine with the flaws are in much better condition. So I probably could have pulled another $20 or $25 out of it, honestly, if I would have done some more deeper research. Check this out. This is a pretty cool find. This was a Locker Line Bingles vintage jacket from the 80s. Got this at a flea market for $25. Look at the decal on it. It's in amazing condition for the age. I'm really hoping that whoever buys this is not wearing it. It's just a collector's item, but if they are, I'm hoping it doesn't fall apart. It seems to be on there good. It's not cracked or anything, so you never know how long these are going to last once you start wearing them when they're this old. But I paid $25 for it. I sold it for $120 plus shipping, and it took about a week to sell it is all. So I picked up this Department 56 set at a Goodwill. I paid $20 for it. It was the full set ice skating rink. Got it home, checked all the pieces. Everything was there, so I got ready to start listing it. Removed the sticker, the Goodwill sticker, from the box. Then realized, I should have tested it. And of course, it did not work. And since I already removed the sticker, I couldn't return it to Goodwill. So what I did was part some of this stuff out. I sold these 3 pieces here for $20. I still got quite a bit left to sell with the rest of the pieces. And then the part that didn't work, I'm just selling as parts. So in the end, I'm still going to make some decent profit on it. I mean, this alone almost paid for the full thing. What I have here is a Dyson vacuum. It is brand new. If anyone remembers, like 3 or 4 years ago, there was a couple years where Lowe's had some insane clearance going on in the fall of both of those years, and it's absolutely cleaned up. I got like 5 or 6 of these Dyson vacuums for $50. Sold through them all. This one I just had in the closet because I was debating keeping it and using it. I saw it in there the other day, and it's like, you know what? I don't really need this. Like, I can find one used somewhere at some point, if I need one. So I sold it for $375 plus shipping. Only paid $50 for it, and it only took about 3 days to sell it. Here's a vintage Empire Baby Jesus blow mold. Found this in an estate sale, just digging in a tote. Was able to get it for a couple bucks. Sold it for $20 plus shipping. It has some wear on it. Otherwise, I may have been able to pull $10 more out of it or something, but it sold pretty quick in about 3 days, so I'll take it. This comes from a Fisher-Price Nativity Scene Little People set. It is the stone fence. Sold this for $18. Took about a month and a half to sell. Paid $5 for the whole set. It was missing a couple pieces, so I'm parting it out. This puts me into the profit. From here on out, the rest of the pieces are pure profit. So we sold something up here on the shelf, and I'm sad to see it go. It's been listed for a long time. I listed it high. Looks like he's back here behind Rambo, which I don't even have Rambo listed. Maybe I could list that. I just liked it. Thought I'd keep it for a while. It is this Madball. Well, it's not really a Madball. It is a knockoff Madball. Finding a actual Madball has been on my bucket list for years. I just have never found one. But I did find 2 of these knockoff ones. I listed one about $45, $50, and it sold immediately. Apparently, it was more rare and desirable. This one I've had priced $45 for 2 to 3 years, and it finally sold. I paid a quarter for it at a garage sale, so it's some good profit. I enjoyed it for a while. I guess it's time to let it go. Bought a bunch of cassettes a year or so ago. Already made some great profit on them. Here's one that's been listed for a while. This Black Flag cassette. Sold it for $45. And it took around a year to sell. Here's a pair of Chippewa boots. I got 2 pairs of these at a Goodwill one morning when I went in. They were not marked up, $5 a piece. This pair I sold for $70 plus shipping. They sold in less than 2 weeks. So I will definitely take that any day. Got this vintage plasma lamp at a Goodwill for $10, and Went to list it a couple of different times. Each time decided I just wanted to keep it. After about a year though, I'm looking at it and I realize I haven't turned it on once in a year. I just need to sell this thing, right? I still really like it, and I'm a little sad it's sold. I priced it $50 plus shipping, and it took about a month to sell. Picked up this 3-volume set of The Walking Dead at a garage sale for $15. Sold it for $40 plus shipping, and it only took 1 day to sell. So I found a Bible commentary encyclopedia set at a garage sale in a free box. Ended up selling that set for about $300. I also got these 2 books there for free, and I sold these for $50 plus shipping. They took about 4 or 5 months to sell. Some great profit for being free. Here's a nice flip. I got these Irish Setter Red Wing boots at a garage sale. I believe I only paid $5 for them, maybe $10 for them. I got so many good boots the past year, it's hard to remember where they all came from. But I sold them for $60 plus shipping. I believe these took 4 to 5 months to sell. Picked up this pair of Kizik shoes at a thrift store for $5. I don't think I've ever sold this brand, but these looked pretty good. And I don't think they were ever worn. I sold them new with factory defects because it looked like they had a little flaw here. But they only took about 3 days to sell, which was kind of surprising. I sold them for $50 plus shipping. So I made some good profit on them. Sold the last of these spanner wrenches I got at a Home Depot. Paid very little for them. Got about 12. But you know what? They took around 4, maybe 5 years to sell them all. Sold the last one for $25 shipped. You know, I made money on them for as little as I paid, so I have no regrets buying them. Got a bunch of whistles for $30. This was one of them. Sold this one for $20 plus shipping, and it took only about 3 days to sell. Got a bunch of these Hooked on Phonics workbooks at a Salvation Army years ago. Each one is a different number in a set. Future me is asking why I didn't just sell them all together and been done with it, but I guess I thought I could be a bit cute and get more money. So every now and then one sells, and I sold this one for $10. Here's a piece from a New Wave pressure cooker. Parting it out, already sold some parts. Sold this piece for $25 plus shipping. Took about 4 months to sell it. Got a bunch of these X-Men and Marvel cups. They're from Pizza Hut. They're vintage. Got them from a rummage sale. Got about 50 cents or $1 into them. Also got some Batman cups I've already sold for good profit. When I first bought these, I thought they were all X-Men, which would have been better because they sell for like $60, $70 a complete X-Men set. Unfortunately, they're mixed with the Marvel cups. There was one that was cracked. I didn't notice, so got less money for them, but I still sold them for $35 plus shipping. So for having like 50 cents to $1 into them, that's great, and it only took about 3 months for these to sell. I picked up 18 of these vintage Dynex plastic cups at a Goodwill. Got about $12 into all of them. I broke them up into selling them in lots of 6. Already sold 1 lot. This is the second lot I've sold for $25 plus shipping. So when you break it down, once I sell all 3 lots, that's some good money. This set has taken about 7 months to sell. Here's a set of Panasonic phones. Sold them for $20 plus shipping. I don't remember these at all. You know, I bought so many phones like this over the years. A lot of times I sell them on Amazon. Sometimes I sell them on eBay. I got quite a few in my death pile. I'm sure I didn't pay much for them because I never do. So I made profit selling them at $20 plus shipping. Here's a pair of Under Armour shoes. Got these at a garage sale for $5 and sold them for $30 plus shipping. They only took about 2 to 3 weeks to sell. Sold one of the Linux Christmas horses. Sold it for $25 plus shipping. I am down to my last 2. Made some great profit on these. Came from a garage sale. Spent $40 on about 20. Here is this chemistry glass piece. Got a few different pieces like this at a Goodwill for $2.99. Ended up getting $32 for it total in the end, and it took about 2 weeks to sell. Sold a couple pairs of Nike shoes. Got these for $10 at a garage sale. Believe they have never been worn. Sold for $30 plus shipping. And I got these also, which have never been worn, for $20 at a garage sale. Sold those for $50 plus shipping. I believe I listed both of these the same day or close to it, so they only took right around a month to sell. Picked up this Mitsubishi VCR at a garage sale for $1 or $2. Been listed for 9 or 10 months. Ended up selling it for $30 plus shipping. Typically don't buy this brand of VCR without a remote, but since it was $1 or $2, you know, I just kind of bought it and sold it. Here's a pair of San Antonio Shoe Company shoes. Got these at a rummage sale for $1. Sold them for $30 plus shipping. They took around 3 months to sell. Here's some Schleich cows. I got these in a bag at Goodwill for $3, I believe. Sold them for $20 plus shipping, and they took about 2 months to sell. Sold these Adidas Freak cleats. Got them at Goodwill for $5. Thought they were going to be a good seller. However, they are cracked on the bottom. So I just priced them $20. And a year and a half later, they have sold for $20 plus shipping. So made some profit on them in the end. Got a set of the McDonald's cash register drive-through play set. Of course, the cash register didn't work. They just seem to never work for me. I think that's the third one I've gotten that has not worked. But luckily, the food is where the money is. Paid $5 for all of it. Sold this lot of food here for $35 plus shipping. Only took a day to sell it. Would have priced it higher, but some of the pieces had some wear. I also have extra credit cards and money that went with the set. I'm selling separate. The radio separate. So overall, I'll still make some great profit even though the cash register did not work. Here's a baseball glove, an A500. Got this at a garage sale for around $5. Sold it for $40 plus shipping. It took about 4 or 5 months to sell. Got this pair of Nikes at a garage sale for $5. Sold it for $25 plus shipping, and it took about a week and a half to sell them. Always appreciate a fast shoe flip. Here's a couple of shoe sales. Got these brand new Clark's Stratons in the box at a garage sale for $5. Was able to sell those for $50 plus shipping. They only took about a week and a half to sell, so pretty good. And I got these Columbia shoes at a garage sale for $5. These took a little over a year to sell, and I sold those for $25 plus shipping. Sold the last of these Hampton Bay post lanterns. Got a few of these at Home Depot about a year and a half ago, and the plan was to sell them on Amazon. Amazon had a hazmat restriction on them, so I just sold them on eBay. Sold for $100 plus shipping. The last one took about a year and a half total to sell. Paid around $30 for them. Here's a Wilson baseball glove. Got this at a garage sale for $5. Sold it for $20 plus shipping. This one only took 3 days to sell. Sold this Slender Tone Systems Abs. Got this at a garage sale for $4. It was new in box, meaning I should have been able to sell it for $90 to $100, but the pad that was connected to the waistband, the protective cover had slid off, and the pads are sticky, so it kind of sticks to your abs, I guess. It got all that sticky all over the belt, so I just sold it like that, as is. I still sold it for $50 plus shipping, so paying only $4 for it was a great flip. It also only took 2 days to sell. Here's a pair of worn Red Wing boots. Got these at a garage sale for $1. Was able to sell them for $20 plus shipping. They took about 2.5 months to sell. Here's a bunch of Christian media DVDs, CDs. Got this at a thrift store, along with a bunch of other ones. A lot of them I sold by themselves. They were worth selling. The rest of them I just lotted up like this and sold for $30 plus shipping, and they took almost 2 years to sell. All the others sold a bit quicker. I don't believe I have any others left, but these must not be that popular. But I only paid like a quarter a piece for them, so made some great money. Got this New Bry RC Jeep at a rummage sale. Got about $1 or $2 into it. Was able to sell it for $25 plus shipping, and it took about 4 months to sell. Sold this pair of Puma shoes. Found these at Goodwill. They are new without tags. Not a very good style, but I was able to sell them for $20 plus shipping, and it took about 2 months to sell. Here's a Okuma fishing reel. Got this at a garage sale for $5, I believe. Sold it for $30 plus shipping, and it took a couple months to sell. Got a couple of these KitchenAid mixing bowls at a garage sale for $10 a piece. Both of them have sold. This one sold for $40 plus shipping. They only took about a week to sell. They're new open box. They were returns, so they have some slight cosmetic damage, which of course was mentioned in the description. I found these KitchenAid mixing bowls before like this, and they also sold quick. Here's a vintage Cincinnati Bengals shirt. I believe from the 80s. Got the trench tag. Nice graphics. My only worry about selling stuff like this is that the size is a men's large, and it fits more like a medium, even though you put that in the description, and you put the exact measurements in the description. A lot of times people don't read that or don't pay attention or don't even know their own measurements. But I got this at Goodwill for $3, and I sold it for $20 plus shipping. It took less than a week to sell. Here's a micro cassette recorder. Sony. Got this at a garage sale for $5. Sold it for $25. Only took about a day to sell it. Would have priced it you know, a bit higher. Is just in really bad cosmetic shape, but it works. Here's this little Frogger vintage arcade game. I also got that Galaxian over there, which is worth a bit more, but I sold this one for $75 plus shipping. I think I paid $30 a piece for these in the end, somewhere around there. The Frogger sold in only 2 days after I listed it, so pretty good. $75 plus shipping, and the Galaxian I think I have priced like 140. I don't even remember now. It was a bit more rare. Here's 3 of these vintage Care Bear figures. I got these in a lunchbox. I bought a Care Bears lunchbox at a garage sale for $1. And they were inside. So I sold these separate for $28, and they took about a year to sell. Here's a cover for a Jeep cab. This is a new in box. Found this at Goodwill for $5. Was able to sell it for $50 plus shipping. And it took about 3 to 4 months to sell it. Here's a pair of Timberland boots. Got these at a garage sale for $5. Sold them for $40 plus shipping. It took about 2 months to sell. Here are some new with tags Carhartt jeans. Got these at a garage sale for $5. Sold them for $40 plus shipping. I believe they took about 6 months to sell. Bought this light up skull at Goodwill for $5. It was marked as Halloween, so you couldn't return it. Half of it works. I'm pretty sure the eye's supposed to move back and forth, but they just light up and flash, and the skull laughs. Plan was to sell it for $30, completely working. It also has a little bit of wear on the side. Sell it for $30 if it was completely working. It was not, so I priced it $13 plus shipping just to move it. And it took about a week to sell, so I got my $5 back, made a little bit of money. Probably double my money at least, right? Here's something I got at Home Depot. This home security motion activated outdoor light. I don't remember exactly what I paid for it, probably somewhere around $10. I originally sold it on Amazon and it was returned to me. The box in terrible condition, so I just ended up putting it on eBay. It's still new in there, packaged new. Just priced at $25 plus shipping to get it out of here, get some money back. And it sold in about 3 months. Here's a vintage box of Connects. This one is a bit unique because it has the original packaging. However, it is not new. It has the book. I don't know if all the pieces are in there. I don't count that many pieces. I just take pictures. Got this at Goodwill. I think it was $5, maybe $6. Ended up pricing it $30 just because of the cover. And it sold in about 5 months. $30 plus shipping. I got this Adidas hat. I was planning on wearing it. And it just was too small for my head, really. I don't know if it's for a kid or a woman, but I just sold it on eBay for $15. Made some profit. Took about a year to sell it. I got a bunch of these telescoping spotlights at Walmart. Quite a few years ago at this point. Was selling them on Amazon. And I ended up getting 7 returns. From what I can remember, it was because of a listing error. There was some sort of information on the product description that was wrong, which if someone changes it, it changes it for the whole listing for everyone. Anyway, these have just been laying around in the death pile for years. I saw them. I'm like, let's check them out. They sell pretty good. They're pretty valuable. I am selling these for $20 plus shipping. The first one has only taken 2 days to sell, so should be able to fly through these. Kind of just selling them as open box, damaged box, kind of as is type item. Paid $5 for these Sorel boots at a rummage sale. Ended up selling them for $30 plus shipping. Took about a month for them to sell. Got this project calculator new for $1 at a rummage sale. Sold it for $24 and it took about a month or less to sell. Picked up a couple of these Super Nintendo travel bags or cases. Found them at a rummage sale for $1 a piece, and I sold one for $25. It took about 3 months to sell. Bought this new Anchorware Kitchen Vintage Classics casserole dish at a Goodwill for $2.99. There wasn't a whole lot of information about this online in terms of how much it was going to sell for. I priced it $30 plus shipping, and it eventually sold about a year later. So very pleased with the purchase. Here's this Whoville Opoly. Got this for $1 at a garage sale. Sold it for $30 plus shipping, and it took about a month to sell. Here's a couple shoe sales. I got these Doc Martens at a garage sale. Paid $10 for them. Was able to sell them for $90 plus shipping, and they took about 3 months to sell. Really good flip there. I sold these Dexter shoes, and these are not a great flip. Now, I picked these up at a rummage sale for $1, and I thought they could be Allen Edmonds. I couldn't see a name on them because my eyes are bad. And at $1, I just threw them in the bag. I decided to go ahead and list them for $13 plus shipping. Since I only paid $1 for them, I'd be making right around $10. I didn't do any cleaning or anything. They have some wear inside right there. And they sold in about 2 months, so I did make some money. Not bad, but usually I don't pick up shoes like that, even for $1. The Dexter shoes aren't great. So I bought a bag of random whistles. Paid $30 for all the whistles. This one was in there. An Acme Siren whistle. Comes from England. Ended up selling this one for $80. It was in such good condition. I priced it higher than a couple others that sold, and it sold in less than a month. I had another whistle that I've already sold that kind of paid for most of the bag, so this is almost all pure profit here. I still got plenty of whistles left to sell. Here is a power supply to a Department 56 set, which I had bought at Goodwill, and it did not work properly, so I ended up parting it out. Pretty sure I'm already in the profit from the other pieces I've sold. Sold this for $20. Plus shipping, and I'm sure I meant to do free shipping on it because I usually do on items like this. But it only took a couple of months to sell it. Here's this 200-piece wood plank set. Got this at a garage sale for $10. It's brand new seal. Decided to sell it for $30 plus shipping. It gives someone a better deal than Amazon, and it only took a couple weeks to sell. Here's a war strategy game. I got a bunch of war strategy games for, I think it's like $420. I sold almost all of them, but like 5, and I guess the 5 were just priced too high or not that desirable. But one's finally sold again for $50 plus shipping. I've already made hundreds of dollars on these, so it's just adding to the profit. Here's this Black & Decker chainsaw. It is new. This comes from a few years ago at Lowe's where I got a bunch of good clearance. Got a bunch of Craftsman and Black & Decker chainsaws. I ended up keeping one of the Craftsman chainsaws to use and just held on to a couple of these, so there's no reason for me to be holding on to these. Paid around $30 for it, and I sold it for $90 plus shipping. Took about a month and a half to sell. Got 5 of these filters at Home Depot. Paid around $8 a piece for them. Sold one for $45 plus shipping. First one has taken about a week to sell. Here is a vintage cassette organizer. This is brand new, sealed. I got this at Goodwill for $2.99 and ended up selling it for $24. It only took about a month to sell. Not bad. I picked up this Jeff Gordon t-shirt. Got it at Goodwill for $1 or $2. The way it's packed in this packaging is to make it look like a car. I actually touched this a couple of days ago when I was looking for something in a tote, and I'm like, I can't believe this hasn't sold. But now it has, probably about 3 years later after listing it. Sold for $20. $20 free shipping, so no idea why a brand new vintage Jeff Gordon shirt like this would take that long. A lot of times other decent NASCAR shirts will sell for $20 used, so I don't know. Made profit on it. That's what matters to me, though. Here are a couple Fun World Halloween masks. Got these at Goodwill for $2.99 a piece. Decided to lot them together because they weren't worth a whole lot by themselves, and they have a little bit of wear on them. Unfortunately, they're not some of the high-end ones that you can get, like the Scream mask or the Ghost Face mask, the Generation 1 that can sell for around $1,000 even. But still, I was able to sell these for $30 plus shipping, and they only took 3 days to sell. Here are some Allen Roth faucets. I got these at Lowe's. Around $20 a piece on clearance. Sold them for $50 a piece plus shipping. Somebody bought all 3 of them. Actually had 4. One sold a few months ago. But overall, they've been listed for 9 or 10 months. Here's a pop figure. I got this, I think, in a big lot of figures I bought. It's possible it's one I bought locally for like $10. I know it's been listed for like a year, but I sold it for $30 plus shipping. Maybe because it's getting closer to Halloween, but definitely there's some profit coming in. There it is, everybody. That's what I had to show you today. Hopefully you learned something. If you notice, it doesn't take a lot of very special items to get sales on eBay, but they do have to be good enough where people actually want them and priced at a price that they'll pay. Once you crack that code, you just start making money. Remind you again, hit that like button for me. Make sure you're subscribed. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, flipping_junk. And this has been Wick. Till next time.